Hello there, everybody. It's your boy Sofa Turtles. Another Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle. This time it's against someone named Serena from Japan. He's running an interesting team. He has the Granbull, the Gigalith, the Greninja, Arcanine, the Mismagius, and he has the Meganium right there. That's pretty interesting. So I was pretty intimidated because, you know, Japanese players are known for their insane creativity. And then I'm pretty much running a Volt Turn team. You see Jolteon, Landorus, Talonflame. That's pretty much the core of like turning. Then I have Alakazam there just because I need something to hit specially, something to counter like I don't know, like poison types that I don't want to have, don't want to face. I also have a Doryuzu or Excadrill, really good rapid spinner, one of the best in the game. And then I have Gyarados. He's just there to Dragon Dance with that Moxie boost. But anyway, let's go into this battle real quick though. So as you see here, I'm wearing my nice giant shirt and I cough because I just had milky cereal. So Serena issues that challenge. I think go Jolteon. So I lead with Jolteon simply because Jolteon's pretty much my safest lead. I was debating whether to go for Talonflame, but I thought he would actually lead with his Gigalith. So Meganium is there. I'm pretty scared of like screens coming up because that's what I always think of when I see a Meganium. But I decided to just Volt Switch out, go into Talonflame just to scare him into switching. So I get poisoned, so I wasn't expecting the Toxic, but that's okay. It's okay. It's all good. It's all good. It's all Gucci. He switches out, and then here he goes into his Gigalith. So I'm just thinking, oh, bye. So I finally get that free switch out with that U-turn, and then I believe I go into Landorus just to set up my own rocks. So it's all good from here. So I believe he's gonna set up a Stealth Rocks on this turn. So I set up my Stealth Rocks too, and look at that. Look at those rocks floating there, just to slowly wear down his old team. And he puts rocks on my field. So I'm thinking, crap, I need to switch, or I'll go for an Earthquake because maybe he's gonna sack this one off. But he does indeed go into Mismagius. Whew, I'm tired. He does indeed go into Mismagius, and I forgot he had that on his team because I didn't even take a picture. I just like, it's battle. I'm eating breakfast. I did this while eating breakfast. So anyway, I get burnt. It's bad. But I decided to U-turn out, get a bit of damage on that thing. The smarter play would have been to switch into Alakazam, so and then just go for a Shadow Ball right there. But anyway, it's all good. It's still all good. So I U-turn out into Alakazam. He goes into Gekoga. Now here I was debating, like, wait, is Greninja faster than Alakazam? Because I know Alakazam has 120 base speed. And then I was too lazy to check, so I was like, fuck it. And I guess in this case I was indeed faster. Oh wait. No, I wasn't faster. It's just that the turn went on. But he killed my ass with the Dark Pulse because I was debating. But anyway, I bring back in Jolteon. He's faster than everything on this guy's team. He brings in Meganium, and I'm just like, come on. So if this thing doesn't have Synthesis, I'm good because it won't be able to heal itself off. And I'm able to Volt Switch, and I go back into Excadrill, a Pokemon I haven't used. So I was planning actually to Rapid Spin here, but I wanted to see what he would do to me first. So I went for the Iron Head, hoping for a flinch, and if I get the flinch, I would have Rapid Spun the next turn. But he gets off an Energy Ball, and it does I think exactly half. It looks like it does exactly half, 50%. And I finally decided to go for the Rapid Spin there, and he goes for another Energy Ball. That's gonna take out my Excadrill. But I'm like, it's okay. Oh, actually it doesn't. He gets a lower damage roll, and I'm able to kill him off with the Iron Head. Sorry, this battle's pretty foggy. This is probably one of the best battles I have had in a long time. And then he brings in his Gekoga. So he goes for a Dark Pulse, just to change his typing in case I bring in Jolteon or whatever. So yeah, Excadrill's gone, but he was able to take out Meganium, so that's That's a good one. That's a good plus. I bring in Talonflame, scare him out with my Brave Bird. He switches out, so I predict that, and I go for another U-turn just to gain momentum. And this time he actually goes into his Arcanine, which is a surprise to me. He takes 25% of damage from Stealth Rocks, but he's able to get off and Intimidate. So I go for that U-turn, and I think I switch into Jolteon. Yeah, I think I do. So yeah, Talonflame, come back. Go Jolteon. Now my plan here was to Volt Switch back into Landorus just to get that what do you call that? Intimidate. So I see that extreme speed and it does a lot. It does hella damage. I'm like, oh my goodness. So I bring Jolteon back and I send out Landorus. And Landorus is in a good position. I mean, like an Earthquake could still KO even though I'm burnt. So he gets intimidated. Now, I was thinking he would switch, which I'm pretty sure he does in the next turn. So I just went for another U-turn. See, this is all about momentum. It's all about momentum. So he brings in Granbull. So it's all bad because Granbull has the Intimidate. So I wasn't sure exactly what to do. So after that U-turn, I go for the... I forgot who I switched into. I think I switched into... Okay, I switched into Talonflame for some reason. I don't know why I switched into Talonflame. I just did it. And I go for a U-turn expecting him to switch out in fear of the Brave Bird, but he doesn't. And I realized that Granbull is hella bulky with like, what, like 100 base defense or something? 120? So I'm able to switch out. Whew. I bring back at Landorus just to get another Intimidate on it. Just make its attack do less. He goes for the Stone Edge. It's not gonna do anything. It's just gonna do garbage damage. And but with that burn though, it does about 25%. So I'm pretty pissed. And then he switches out. He goes back into his Miss Mages, and I believe I U-turn again because psych. I'm not gonna Earthquake on you. I'm not gonna let you get those Calm Minds. So yeah, I'm able to get that nice and clean U-turn, and I go back into Jolteon. Now with Jolteon, I think what I did was a pretty weird play because I went for Thunderbolt when I probably should have gone for the Shadow Ball just to be safe, because what if that did a low damage roll? I don't think I would have been able to kill this Miss Mages, even though it's pretty frail. So next he brings in Arcanine. Now I know that Jolteon is pretty much my gateway to victory, and I don't want to risk him dying to an extreme speed. So I was like, okay, instead of sacking up Jolteon, I'm going to hard switch out, and then I'm going to go into Landorus just to get an Intimidate once again. And you know, nice and shiny. Bling, bling. And his Arcanine's attack falls. He obviously goes for the extreme speed, thinking I would sack off Jolteon. Hell no, my Jolteon's faster than everything on your team. Everything. And he goes for another extreme speed. So he's gonna sacrifice Arcanine just because he can't switch out anymore because of Stealth Rocks. So I just go for a U-turn, that's gonna kill it. I wanted to save Landorus' Intimidate for later. So after that, Arcanine faints. I believe I switch back in Jolteon, cause why not? I mean, he still has the Gigalith waiting right there in the back, as you see there. So Stealth Rocks does another like 12%, so he's at 75% of health now. I get off a Volt Switch, it does almost half. So I'm thinking, okay, if I can get Jolteon back in safely, I'll be able to kill it with the Thunderbolt. So I bring in Landorus just to sack it off, pretty much. And then he goes for the Stealth Rock, so I'm worried. I'm worried now. I'm like, oh no, this is no good. It's no good. He does go for the Stealth Rock, so sure, I thought he would just attack, but he switches out, and then he goes into his Granbull. Now, Earthquake should still do a decent chunk of damage, and I have nothing better to do with this Landorus because he's pretty much crippled, and he's like at what, 10 health. And then yeah, I die from the burn, which is okay because Landorus, you did your job. You scared the opponent. You intimidated him. You intimidated the opponent, and I'm able to bring in Jolteon. Now Jolteon should be able to Volt Switch and take out this Granbull simply because Granbull has crap special defense, but he barely survives. So I decided to bring in Gyarados just because I can. Maybe I could set up a Dragon Dance sweep. Why not? Why not just give it a try? He goes for the Stone Edge, because that was his best move, honestly. Because all I had left besides Talonflame was this Gyarados. So Gyarados goes down, surprisingly. I was like, wow, I thought I'd survive that, honestly. But then I think Granbull has 120 base attack, which is not bad. So I bring in Talonflame now, and I go for a U-turn, knowing that it will absolutely murder this Granbull, and Granbull is now dead. So now I could switch in Jolteon and just spam Thunderbolt, which is all good. It's all good for me. It's all good. So knowing that victory is within the grasp of my hands, I switch into Jolteon. Now Jolteon knows the path to victory at this point. So I told him, I whispered in his ear, I gave him a little note. Jolteon, use Thunderbolt. Use Thunderbolt, Jolteon. He does it, and as you see, Thunderbolt takes out Gigalith at like what, he has 30% of health left. So it's all good. I'm so happy. I'm so proud of you, Jolteon. And lastly, he brings his Gekkoga, and I use that Thunderbolt, and Greninja Gekkoga goes down. Gekkoga goes down, and that is the battle. So yeah, pretty much, this battle was really fun, honestly. This is the first time I've ever tried doing like a straight up super offensive, like, kiss my ass Volt-Turn team. So I believe it went pretty well. And this is the first Volt-Turn team I've ever made without Rotom Wash. And yeah, it was a pretty fun battle. Even though, like, you could say that he's like using like UU threats. Remember, this is a metagame with no items, so pretty much everyone's at a disadvantage now. And lots of Pokemon who would like get outsped by like Choice Scarf, fucking Garchomp and shit. There's no more Choice Scarf Garchomp. So I advise everyone, just try out this metagame. It's hella fun. And I'll see you next time on the Sofa Turtle Show. Bye.